Union indeed has a big size. This is such a fun secret. Don't you love twin flame secrets? And you are absolutely going to love this one. Because the revelation that I want to relay to you in this video is that you come for union. And how you think about that thing that you are wanting is kind of small. Most probably. You think that you are going to want to be with this beautiful person that gave you this heart opening of love, of compassion, of passion, sexual passion, of friendship too, all in one. And you would love for them to come back to you or to come closer to you and to have the relationship so that it's on. And you can often be together in the same space, house, sharing time, sharing romantic time, sharing relationship time, starting to slowly build something together, like a life together in your unique way. And you just feel the romance of it, and you feel like dating them, and you feel like wanting to have that sexuality with them. And maybe you're even thinking about I want to have a family with them, or a life, or like a house together, and like living together, and making that a beautiful homemaker experience, whomever makes the home. It doesn't matter, both of you, right? Both of you, just a beautiful, harmonious experience of house. Maybe you want to stay with them until you part ways at the end of your life by death. And all of that is much too small. That is not what you are going to get when you go to your true union with your true twin flame and allow yourself to be integrated in the harmonious union consciousness state that is here for twin flames now. And you allow yourself to go through the healing wave that comes with harmonious twin flame union, and you let that touch everything inside of you and all the topics in your outside life as well. And you keep on developing that in yourself, between you and the divine, between you and your twin flame, on the inner level and on the outer manifested level as well. When you are going there for real, for true, that's not what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get the relationship with them and say to yourself, this is awesome. What a great sex life. What a great home together that we build. What a great couple of decades that we have in front of us until we die. That's not what you're gonna get. You're going to get something immensely bigger. You're mistaken. It's not true what you're thinking. You think too small. It's not right that you think too small. You're thinking you're only going to get these little things to feel a sort of a complete feeling as a body. Because this other body with this complementary expression that feels so good in the heart is next to you, is in bed with you. And it feels so good, satisfying. But you're thinking much too small. That's not what you're gonna get. You're going to get something much, 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 much bigger. You're going to get something ginormous. You're going to get something as big as the universe itself. And if you don't want that, if you don't want a bigger present, if you want to have something smaller, something humble, something tiny. If you can't receive something bigger than life, if you can't receive something valuable beyond belief, if you can't make space in your heart and your life, in your eternal life as a soul, for something sustainable, that never ends, that is more beautiful than anything that you can ever imagine, then this is not the journey for you. At least not here, what we do here, in this channel, in what I stand for, in what I share, and what we share. Then it's not for you here. You can put the video on stop, not return to new videos, because it's not for you. You only want something small, tiny, just a little relationship. And I remember very well that I also had that phenomenon that you possibly have now. I remember going to my spiritual teacher on retreats. That should have been actually, it was 20 years ago. That's almost strange to think about. Who knows where the time goes? I don't. I matured a bit, right? In the meantime. And yeah, it really must have been around 20 years ago. And that was a time that I went to my spiritual teacher's gear courses a handful of times, and to his retreats as well, where he lived. He lived in a nature, almost reserve, I would almost say, although it was maybe not an official reserve. And we would then go for a week. And one time I did 2 weeks and stay in this beautiful home that was all white and shiny and beautiful, but also simple in a sense, but also beautiful. And we would meet with the teacher every day. Sometimes I did group retreats, and we maybe met him with the group all at once. And sometimes I did individual retreats where you would meet with the teacher every day once individually. And I remember going to bed one night in one of these week retreats, and I just felt his presence, and I felt what he was representing for me, my soul's value, and how things were going, and what we were talking about, and what was going on. And I felt so silly. I felt so much oh my gosh, can you even imagine the magnitude of what I am getting here, what I am receiving here, what he is giving me? I just think all the time oh, please, can you help me resolve my question about life, because I don't know what to do with this aspect of my life and that aspect of my life. I don't know what to do with a love relationship in my life. I don't know what to do. Well, that maybe was one of the main things that I indeed brought him as well. Thinking about I would like to have this relationship with this dude or something, this that would eventually need to be the ultimate dude, right? And then we would need to be happy, in this some sort of marriage situation. And I don't know how to get there, and something's lacking or something. And I'm thinking about things maybe I would get some recognition for having an official relationship, and maybe I would have a foundation for a practical home life that I would be satisfied with. So that would be good. That would be generating a personal life that I was longing for, generating a private life that I wanted, so that I could also distinguish a professional life as well. That seemed also always for me the order of what I wanted. And the fact that I didn't sort of have that, or I thought so, I was only thinking about the physicality of that I didn't have it. Of course, I had it. Everyone has their union because you are already a twin flame and you are already in union. That's just the nature of what you are, right? I was like thinking like I'm lacking that. So I don't know. There's something's lacking. So I was thinking about sort of the practical, physical thing that I longed for. And what I felt, his answer was vastly bigger, ginormously bigger than what I ever asked for. There was an answer coming to me that came from the depth of his soul, the depth of the universe, towards the depth of my soul. How I have an entrance to the universe. And that just came together and met in the most precious, pure, vast, divine love that you could ever imagine. It's like an experience of being completely overwhelmed by this enormous divine love that at this very same time is so touching and making you sensitive and ground and yeah, it's very daily life in a way as well. On a level that is so subtle and so compassionate. And it would comprise of the entire universe. He gave me the universe. He gave me the complete consciousness. That was his answer. That was his answer. And I thought I just needed to have somebody to live together with in a house so that I would be respected. Silly me. The answer was so much bigger and of a completely different order. It was the total answer to what I asked. And so much more than that. Worlds more than that. Worlds of intimacy, worlds of potential, worlds of nutrition, worlds of love, worlds of friendship, worlds of nature, worlds of being touched in all your senses, worlds, worlds and worlds. Wrapped in the universal consciousness of life itself. And that was 20 years ago. And a lot has happened since. And I even started to co-create with the Christ Masters, which is some sort of my second spiritual teacher in a sense, in my endeavor to deepen the twin flame phenomenon and integrate that in everything I received from my first spiritual teacher. And that was even bigger. So if you are only looking for a warm body next to you in bed, and yes, maybe a future with building a home, then that is very valid. But the answer you will get from the true teacher of life itself, from Divine Mother, is a true twin flame in union that opens the universe for you. It opens consciousness itself for you, where you will find that you are love itself, present in all kinds of lovely daily life actions that feed your soul. But the essence of it is so much more profound, so much more loving than you could ever imagine. You can actually not imagine it You can only step into it so that you become it. And you experience it yourself. That everything that you are going to receive is so much bigger than all the goals that you have collected and written down on your twin flame journey. It will never meet what you will actually receive. I'm 1000% sure of that. It's the law of the divine. It's the nature of reality. And harmonious twin flame union opens up exactly that. I call that your abundance, but even that sounds too small for what it actually is. Everything will be given you because you step into a state of consciousness in which you realize and manifest that you are everything. Nothing is lacking and everything is yours. And I hope that helped. Love from Petra. Twin flame meditation is real cool to do because we are going to come together every Wednesday. But if you want to, I also have an option for the Thursday, the coming 11 weeks. And you will be getting in the practice, in the habit of bringing yourself to a peaceful place first in your environment, closing the door and being intimate with yourself and with us in the Zoom room on any device. And you're going to then open your heart and feel what's going on there. And you start to become cozy with whatever is going on in your heart. And that is such a softening and such a compassionate gesture that you can give yourself in any sort of ordeal with your twin flame or on your twin flame journey, or however you are feeling, or whatever the disharmony is that you find in your life that is here right now, which is always part of the twin flame journey because it is here right now. And we're just going to feel that. And even the very fact that we're just going to pay attention to it will give it so much softening already. And we'll feel such a compassionate love from you. And that helps already tremendously. You'll feel acknowledged. You'll feel loved. You feel you can finally sink down in a relaxed seat and come to yourself, have some time, have some space. And because we do that with the meditational attention as guided by Divine Mother and the 9-point energy system specifically for twin flames, it's also going to feel healing for you. You're even sometimes, depends on what we're going to do with the energy points, going to experience specific healing gestures. You're going to hear messages. You're going to see visualizations that work very healing on your twin flame journey. And many more things. And we will also always gently move you out of that intimate time together in your inner space and share a little bit about what we experienced in the group for who wants that. And it will be so healing as well, because meditation and healing, there's no actual true division between that, not in how we do it here, because the energy system is really what we use for meditation, but it's also the tool for lots of healing. There's no real division between it, so there will be a lot of healing experiences in this meditation 11 times course. How do you say that? There will be a lot of healing inside of as well for you there. And all in all, it is such a beautiful preparation for doing the actual twin flame work, which then takes all these experiences and also goes through the 4 steps with it that I call the key tool. Meditation and a little bit of healing is just a wonderful way to feel your inner peace so that you can go more prepared towards that true twin flame inner work. And that brings me also to share that when you would do this fall or autumn, depends on what you say, twin flame meditation course with me the coming 11 weeks, you could also see it as a preparation for the fact that I will actually by that time start up the group year course for actual twin flame work. And this will be such a beautiful preparation for you for that too. Should you want that at that time? Maybe you don't, that's also fine. We do it on Wednesday and Thursday, so that will also mean that you will get a wonderful rest moment in the middle of your busy week. And that is also a very good one just to do to like feel better during the week, during all the things that you need to do in your life. And I would love to be able to give that to you. That is why I made it incredibly inexpensive. There is a mega deal and it will be valid until the end of the day of Monday, September 30 in my time zone, which is Amsterdam. And I only ask for €66 for the entire series of the entire fall or autumn of 11 times, which is around €6 per episode. And after that deadline, then it will cost €121 for the entire series. So I would advise you to buy it right now and just have the cheapest meditation experience you ever bought, I would say. I think so. And yeah, we can just meet and you can give that to yourself. The original price of €121 that it will cost from October 1 forward, that one actually also is kind of inexpensive because that is half of what I charged last season. So yeah, I think that's also a good buy. So if you don't make it before the end of the day of September 30, I think that's still a good deal for you. Should you want to decide to do it per week, that will cost you eventually €11 per time. And that is possible too. I hope you take me up on my inexpensive offer, my mega deal of €66 for the entire fall or autumn. And I hope to see you real soon. The link is below. Click it, read the information, buy, and I will send you the confirmation via email that you're in. And I see you real soon at the first Twin Flame meditation on Wednesday, October 2nd, or Thursday, October 3rd. All right, see you real soon. Looking really much forward to meeting you in that series. Yeah, and getting to know you a little bit better too. Just sharing these intense, intimate, and deeply relaxing moments together. I'm just looking forward to that immensely. Yeah. So, love, and see you soon.